Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to begin by just explaining why I'm doing videos instead of the usual snaps that I do. So one of the reasons is that my handwriting in this is tiny. So just explaining it, even when I'm writing on the whiteboard, I just have naturally small handwriting, I suppose. If I took this to Snapchat, it would also be a lot of spam taking pictures individually of everything because I've got a lot of these little foldy flap things. And lastly is because a lot of my work can be in shorthand, so I would just like to further explain that. Onto the actual surah itself. So the way I'm doing this tafsir is kind of back to front because I'm starting with the last surah of the Quran, but Ikhlas came before both Falaq and An-Naas. Ikhlas discusses the sincerity towards Allah and protecting yourself from evil in two different kinds of forms, and those are further on explained in Falaq and An-Naas. Falaq is more outside evil and Nas is more the inside evil. I'd also like to point out that the first and the last surah in the Quran are both very much linked with each other in a kind of circular structure format. So I've written down some of the ways they're linked, but hopefully you got a chance to look at the link that I posted the other day. Moving on to the actual tafsir of the surah now. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind. So first of all, why mankind? Allah is the Lord of everything, not just mankind. So why did He specifically write mankind here? So first of all, this could be because Allah is giving us special status. So by putting the word mankind next to His own name, it portrays love and compassion towards man. Another reason for this could be that people are the one who need protection, not the sky, not the ground, not anything else Allah has made, but it's mainly us humans that need protection. Allah has so many names, so we have to question why this word in particular was used instead of any other. So this word means owner, but then again so does Malik, so why was Malik not used instead? This could be because Rab also includes the meaning of Malik as well as other things. For example, it also means authority. Okay, so now you might be like, that kind of makes no sense. Owner, authority, kind of the same thing. But if you think about it, like, for example, say that you own a car, so you're the owner of a car. You still have to get routine checks and whatnot. It still has to work properly. So you don't have full authority. You can't just do whatever you want to it. Well, if you want to drive on the roads, you can't do whatever you want on it. So by saying Allah has full authority over us, He can literally do anything He wants to us and there would be no consequences. Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas, the King of mankind, the God of mankind. Min sharr al-waswas al-khannas, from the evil of the whisperer, ever returning. So far, this has been one of my favorite words to look at just because there's so much behind this one word to talk about, so I find that really interesting. So why waswas? First of all, what does waswas mean? Waswas or waswasa means whisper. As with English, Arabic also has multiple words to mean more or less the same thing. So hamasa and waswas both mean whisper, but whereas hamasa can mean good or bad whispering, waswas is only used for negative connotations. You'll notice that the Quran is very poetic in the way it speaks, so waswas and wiswas both mean the same thing. However, waswas was used here because the word itself is repeated, so wes, and this indicates continuity. So the translation of this verse was from the evil of the whisperer ever returning, and that just gives the continuity of ever returning. It's just coming back and it keeps whispering to you. Inshallah, I will continue the rest of the surah, which is quite short after this, in the next video.